Okay, we're going to wrap up the topics for test 3, and they deal with terms and monomials, binomials, trinomials, polynomials, and we're going to add them, subtract them, and multiply them. So a term, a term can be a single constant such as a number. It can be a single variable or the key here is the multiplied combination of these variables and constants. For example, 3 is a term, x is a term. This is a combination number and variable, 3x. Combination, a number and two variables are all multiplied together. Or they can be a division, 5 divided by y. And they can be positive or they can be negative. So these are single terms. If you try and combine them through addition or subtraction, you're going to get multiple terms. So monomial is a single term, just one of them. Again, when you combine them with addition or subtraction, you get multiple terms. So here x is one term and 1 is the other, so it's a binomial, 2 terms. Trinomials have 3 terms. Remember, a term stands all by itself. So if you have like terms like 2x plus 3x, this is not 2 terms. It can be combined to be 1. So these are like terms. They have the same variable and to the same power. So we said trinomials are 3 terms, binomials are 2, monomials are 1. And if you have more than 3 terms, it's simply called a polynomial. So let's look at some terms, their coefficients, and their degrees. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different terms. So we take the first term, negative 6y to the 14th power, or the exponent is 14. The negative 6 tells us how many of them we have. Remember, coefficients, they don't have any variables in them. It's not negative 6y, it's just negative 6. And they do have signs, so they're positive and negative. So the exponent, we only have one variable here, so the exponent is the 14th degree. The next one, the next term, negative 1.5 y to the 8th power, z to the 9th. The negative 1.5 tells us how many of these we have. So now, just like when we multiply like terms, we have to add the exponents. Here, the degree is also adding the exponents. So 8 and 9 make our 17. So this is the 17th degree. The next term, the 2.5, is the coefficient, tells us how many of them we have. And then the degree, since these are multiplied, is 8 plus 10, 18. The last term here doesn't have any number in front of it, so it's 1. And the exponent, y, doesn't have anything up and above to the right, so it is a 1. So 1 and 11 become the degree, and they add together to be 12. So the coefficient of this term is 1, even though it's not even there, and the degree is 1 for the y and 11 for the z. So the first thing we're going to do is add polynomials. So poly means many, nomial means terms. So we're going to use the vertical form. that way we can line up the terms. So we have two polynomials, the first one and the second one. So we're going to line these up. Because we're adding, we don't have to change anything. We're going to line them up vertically so that we can line these up in like terms. So when we add, we combine the like terms, and we get the a to the thirds, -2. These are going to drop out, negative 5a squared and the positive 5a squared. They're gone. So then we have -7a and -a, and then remember there's one of them. So that's -8a. And then our 9 and a -8 are +1. Okay, when we subtract, it's a little bit different. What you want to do, the first polynomial stays exactly the way it is. But since this is a negative, the quantity of the polynomial, you have to distribute the -1 across each term in the parentheses. You're basically just changing all the signs. So then this negative and -3 here becomes +3t squared u. And again, you can line that up right underneath the other t squared u. Likewise here, negative times the -u makes a +u. And then the 1 and the -8 will line up. So we don't have anything with the -t to the third u, so that just comes down. Add the t squared u's for 5t squared u. These drop out. And 1 and the -8 is our -7. So be careful when you subtract. You have to distribute the negative sign across each of these terms. Do it vertically so you can nicely line up the common terms and then combine them. And that is it for 5-4.